Imagine this. You're walking down the street, and it happens. The fumble, the slip, the horrifying, slow-motion ballet of your $1,000 smartphone tumbling towards its screen-shattering doom. You watch, helpless, as gravity does its cruel work. It hits the ground with that sickening, expensive crunch. Your heart sinks. It's over. The first thing that would happen is that your life would become perfect. Not perfect in a grand, world-changing way. Perfect in all the small, infuriating ways that life usually isn't. Every clumsy mistake, every awkward moment, every minor regret would simply cease to exist. It's a world without that sinking feeling in your stomach after you realize you've said the wrong thing. That morning coffee you just spilled all over your clean shirt? Undo. The mug is back on the table. Not a drop is out of place. The embarrassing moment you tripped over nothing while walking past a group of people? Undo. You now glide past them with a newfound, supernatural grace. You're in a heated argument and think of the perfect, witty comeback about 10 seconds too late. Undo. You rewind the conversation just enough to deliver that devastating retort with perfect timing, leaving everyone speechless. From there, you'd evolve. Fixing mistakes is one thing, but achieving perfection is another. Life becomes a video game where you're grinding for experience points. Learning a difficult chord on the guitar would no longer take weeks of practice. You could spend what feels like hours repeating the same 5 seconds, undoing your mistakes until your muscle memory masters it in minutes. You want to become a master basketball player? You'd never miss a shot again. Just keep undoing that final second until the ball sinks perfectly through the net. You're not just a person anymore. You're a flawless human highlight reel. But this personal paradise has a problem. What happens when this isn't just your superpower? What happens when everyone on Earth gets an undo button? This is where our perfect world starts to glitch. Imagine having a simple conversation. You say something. The person you're talking to just stares blankly for a few moments. They've just undone the last 5 seconds to think of a better reply to what you said. But you saw them do it. So you undo your original statement to say something cleverer. The result? 2 people standing in silence, locked in a mental battle of rewinding time, with no actual conversation ever taking place. Global events would become unwatchable. A penalty kick in the World Cup final. The goalie dives left. The kicker shoots right. Goal. But wait, the goalie hits UNDO. He now knows where the ball is going, so he dives right. But the kicker sees this, hits UNDO, and decides to shoot left instead. The game would be trapped in an eternal 5-second loop of players trying to outpredict each other. A flickering nightmare of indecision that never ends. The global economy would simply cease to exist. Why work when you can walk into any casino, bet all your money on red, and if it lands on black, just hit UNDO? The stock market would be a joke. It's a risk-free world, and in a world where there is no risk, nothing has any value. But the most dangerous part isn't the social chaos. It's the paradox. Let's say someone tries to punch you. You see it coming and hit UNDO, neatly sidestepping the attack. But the attacker remembers his failed attempt. So, this time, he fakes a high punch, and when you undo to dodge it, he hits you low in the new timeline. It creates a terrifying reality where conflict is no longer about strength, but about who can mentally process and manipulate the last 5 seconds of reality the fastest. And there's an even darker flaw in your power. The button only works if you're alive and conscious to press it. If you get hit by a bus you didn't see coming, there are number 5 seconds to undo. You're just gone. Your power makes you invincible against the small mistakes, but it gives you a false sense of security against the big ones. The ones that happen too fast to even register as SO. This seemingly perfect superpower would turn our world into a stagnant, flickering mess where no action is permanent, and therefore, every action is ultimately meaningless. And yet, we'd all still want it, because the next time a little disaster strikes, the next time that coffee mug slips, you can't help but wish you could just click UNDO.